Mic check 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Woodbine Mohawk Park on this Friday, August 25th, 2023. Today we have a 10-race qualifying session. Horses for the first are on the track and about to line up. In this first qualifier, 3 driver changes to report. The 1 high voltage Deo will be James McDonald. 4 Palladium Hanover, Travis Cullen. And number 6 Bullville Jonathan. The driver will be Michael Whalen. As well in this first qualifier, scratch number 7, Roll with the Flow. So 1 high voltage Deo, a 3-year-old gelding, Amanda Fine trains, James McDonald drives. 2 Reign Supreme, a 3-year-old gelding trained by Zachary Carroll with Louis Waugh. 3 Ahi Sunshine, a 3-year-old colt trained by Sean Stacy. The driver is Jonathan Drury. 4 is Palladium Hanover, a 3-year-old gelding trained by Jody Cullen with Travis Cullen. 5 is To Jennifer's Credit, 6-year-old gelding trained by Sean Arnott. The driver is Austin Sorey. 6 is Bullville Jonathan, a 5-year-old gelding trained by Mike Saftick. The driver is Michael Whalen. 7 is Scratch, and 8 is Beach Glass, 4-year-old trained by Brent McGrath. The driver, Paul McDonnell. Field of 7 on gate for our first qualifier here from Woodbine Mohawk Park. And the raw fan pacing, and Beach Glass from the outside is going to power ahead. Good beginning as well for Ahi Sunshine. That one might take back, though, as to the inside. Reign Supreme went right alongside. Getting away in 4th is To Jennifer's Credit. Back from the rail, High Voltage Dale got away in 5th. Outside 6th, that is Bullville Jonathan. And your trailer is Palladium Hanover. So Beach Glass is out in front on top here by 5, heading to the opening quarter. So it'll be Beach Glass to get him to the opening panel, which is up on the clock in 27 and 4. So out of the first turn, Beach Glass into the backstretch, a loose leader by 5. Racing in second is Reign Supreme. Then in third, that is Ahi Sunshine. 4th up the backstretch is To Jennifer's Credit, followed in 5th by High Voltage Deo. Dirty looking break there for Bullville Jonathan. Getting around that rival was Palladium Hanover. So up front, it's Beach Glass, second qualifier of the 4-year-old season here for Beach Glass on the comeback trail. And up top here by a half dozen lengths, going by the half in 56 and 1. Onto the far turn. It is Beach Glass, a winner last week in coast-to-coast fashion in 153 and 3. He was by the half today in 56 and 1 and has opened up nearly double digits here on the nearest rival. That being Reign Supreme. Back in 3rd is Ahi Sunshine. Then in 4th is To Jennifer's Credit. Racing in 5th is High Voltage Dale. 6th around the far turn, Palladium Hanover. And last, that was the breaker, Bullville Jonathan. So Beach Glass by 3/4 in 123 flat. That was a 3rd quarter in 26 and 4 into the stretch. And we'll see how Beach Glass is able to cap off this mile looking good. Back in 2nd, that is Reign Supreme. 3rd is Ahi Sunshine. Then we go back to Jennifer's Credit. Between horses, High Voltage Deo. As they're coming into deep stretch, at least Beach Glass is. This is going to be a good mile here from the winner of 1.1 million. Beach Glass is going to stop the clock in 150 flat. Finishing second was Reign Supreme. 3rd goes to Ahi Sunshine. Then it was High Voltage Dale 4th. 150 flat, 27 seconds home for Beach Glass. Getting set now for our second qualifier. We have 2-year-old Pacers here. Scratch number 3 and number 6 leaves us with a field of 5. James McDonald drives the 1, Bet I'm Shady. Bruce Richardson drives the 5, Always Be Melman. 1 is Bet I'm Shady, a 2-year-old filly by Shadow Play, trained by John Pentland with James McDonald. 2 is Lou Grant, a 2-year-old colt by Sweet Lou, trained by Isaac Waxman with Louis Waugh. 3 is out. 4 is Mucksail Hanover, a betting line 2-year-old colt, trained by Walter Whalen with Michael Whalen. 5 is Always Be Melman. Always Be Mickey, 2-year-old colt, trained by Chris Matthews. The driver's Bruce Richardson. 6 is out, and 7, I Dream of Jeannie, a Big Jim 2-year-old filly, trained by Julie Walker. The driver is Burt Renault. Horses on gate, field of 5, 2-year-old Pacers for qualifier number 2. Here they come for the second. And the raw fan pacing. I Dream of Jeannie from the outside just sweeps out of there and comes across to grab the early lead. Bet I'm Shady from the rails currently in second as Mucksail Hanover will settle in behind third. Getting away in fourth was Lou Grant, and then the early trailer will be Always Be Melman. They go to the first turn, up front by a couple of lengths here. I Dream of Jeannie, one of a couple fillies in this group, and this Big Jim filly is up front leading the way. In second is Bet I'm Shady, so the fillies are 1-2. Watching from third, Mucksail Hanover. Fourth is Lou Grant, and the trailer in fifth is Always Be Melman. The opening quarter was 30-3. So as they come out of the first turn, the leader is off stride in third. There went Mucksail Hanover. The leader up front is I Dream of Jeannie and is leading it by nearly 3 lengths. Bet I'm Shady is in second. Advancing into third was Lou Grant. Moved up into fourth is Always Be Melman, and the trailer is Mucksail Hanover. That one finally resetting after that break coming out of the first turn. So they come up to the half here. It's going to be I Dream of Jeannie, who trips the timer in 59-1. So they stepped it up there. 30-3 was the opening quarter, and then they went 28-3 in that second split. So it's I Dream of Jeannie. This is the second qualifier for this Big Jim filly. A 2-length leader here on Bet I'm Shady, as that one has been second throughout. Back in third is Lou Grant. Then in fourth is Always Be Melman. And your trailer is Mucksail Hanover. Midway around the far turn, and I Dream of Jeannie. Maybe stretching this lead out a little bit further now. Coming towards 3/4. Bet I'm Shady in second, and third is Lou Grant. 3/4 time, 129-2. Off the turn, into the stretch, and we'll see if I Dream of Jeannie can go the distance. Bet I'm Shady still in second. Lou Grant is in third. Fourth then is Always Be Melman. Mucksail Hanover is the trailer. Less than an eighth of a mile to go, and I Dream of Jeannie looks good on the lead here. This one is still clear by 4. In second is Bet I'm Shady, who has to try and fend off Lou Grant, as that one's going to surge on by up into that second spot. I Dream of Jeannie nearly home, will win it. Lou Grant finishes up strong, will get second. Third goes to Bet I'm Shady. Fourth then Always Be Melman. The time, 1:59. Up now is qualifier number 3. We have 3 scratches to report. Take out numbers 1, 2, and 5. Leaves us with a field of 4. We have 2-year-old Pacers here, so our new rail starter is number 3, a Class Yankee, and always be Mickey, 2-year-old Colt trained by Walter Whalen with Michael Whalen. 4, Control the Piper is a 2-year-old Colt by Control the Moment, trained by Dan Legacy. The driver's Brady Legacy. 5 is out. 6 is Chivalry Sealster, State Treasure, a 2-year-old Colt trained by Dr. Ian Moore with Tyler Moore driving. And the 7, This Magic Moment, 2-year-old Big Jim filly trained by Nick Gallucci, the driver, James McDonald. Field of 4 lining up for our third qualifier. Here they come for the third. And they're off and pacing from the outside. This Magic Moment hustles forward there to go out to the early lead. To get away in second is a Class Yankee, while Control the Piper and Chivalry Sealster will then line up. So the quartet is through the wire for the first time, and it's this Magic Moment. So the lone filly in this group, she'll show the way as they go into that first turn. In second, that is a Class Yankee. 2 lengths back then to Control the Piper, third. And fourth, the Chivalry Sealster. The opening panel was 29 and 1. They're tightly packed here, this group of 4, as they come out of the first turn. This Magic Moment. She's got 2 starts under her belt, but after back-to-back scratches, trying to get things rocking in the right terms here this morning, as this one will show the way. In second, that is a Class Yankee. Then in third, Control the Piper. And back there in fourth is Chivalry Sealster. So they're moving up the backstretch here. The leader, this Magic Moment, right on the helmet there in the deuce is a Class Yankee. Third, Control the Piper. And fourth is Chivalry Sealster, as they are single file, tightly packed group. As mentioned, the half 59 and 3. Second quarter was in 30 and 2, and it looks like they pick it up here now, stretching it out to a 2-length advantage. This Magic Moment. Second remains a Class Yankee, maybe thinking about edging out from third. That's Control the Piper. Then in fourth is Chivalry Sealster. So they near 3 quarters, and they have certainly stepped it up now, as it'll be this Magic Moment. Goes by 3 quarters in 128 and 2, as they went a 28 and 4 third quarter into the stretch. This Magic Moment now. She'll try to take it up one more notch as she tries to seal the deal. Second, a Class Yankee. Outside, Control the Piper. And back and forth is Chivalry Sealster. Coming to the 8th pole, this Magic Moment. Control the Piper's now into second. A Class Yankee third. And fourth is Chivalry Sealster. But this Magic Moment is nearly home. She'll go all the way. This Magic Moment takes our third qualifier. Control the Piper second. A Class Yankee third. And Chivalry Sealster fourth. 155 and 3. 27 and 1 home for this Magic Moment. Qualifier 4 is up next, and we're on the trot for the first time today. We'll have just a field of 3 going forward here, as you can scratch numbers 3, 4, and 5. Number 1, CM Save Will. This is a 4-year-old gelding, trained by Dominic Ledoux, the driver James McDonald. 2 is Ancient Wall, 4-year-old gelding, trained by Tim Trewaco, the driver is Scott Young. And then we move on to number 6, Forbidden Trade, 7-year-old, trained by Luc Blais, the driver Louis Waugh. Field of 3 for qualifier number 4, trotters approaching the top of the stretch. Here they come for the 4th. And they're off and trotting. And Forbidden Trade will get our first call here. Steps out of there, but going right alongside for a moment with CM Save Will GL. That one getting away second. And then Ancient Wall will get away in third. So it's Forbidden Trade to the top here for Waugh. Second is CM Save Will GL. And then back in third, that is Ancient Wall. So that's how this group of 3 sets up as they're going around the first turn. The 7-year-old Forbidden Trade does lead it by a length and a half. Right on the helmet second, CM Save Will GL, and 2 lengths back to Ancient Wall third. The opening quarter was 30 seconds flat. Into the backstretch, it's Forbidden Trade, the Hambletonian champion, continuing on the comeback trail. This is his 3rd qualifier of the season. And after having last week off, he's back here today, and he's leading it up the backstretch. Second, CM Save Will GL, and then in third is Ancient Wall. So Forbidden Trade, the winner of $2.3 million, is going to go by the half in a minute flat. So well rated. That's 30 seconds in the opening split, 30 seconds in the second quarter, and they go to the far turn. Now for Forbidden Trade, he's had back-to-back qualifying victories. 2 back, it was 157 flat. The last time was 158 and 4. Here today, he was by the half in a minute even, and he opens up 2 lengths now on CM Save Will GL. Then another 2 lengths back to Ancient Wall. So Forbidden Trade stretching out now as he comes towards 3 quarters and is by that station in 128 and 4. 28 and 4 in the third quarter, and they're into the stretch. So Forbidden Trade wants to finish up strong now for Waugh. Back in second is CM Save Will GL, and then to the outside comes Ancient Wall, who would like to move up a spot. Right now, though, as they come to the 8th pole, Forbidden Trade is clear by about 5.5 lengths. Up on the outside, Ancient Wall takes over second from CM Save Will GL. So Forbidden Trade, 3rd consecutive qualifying victory. It'll be Forbidden Trade through the wire in 156 and 4. Second was Ancient Wall. CM Save Will GL was 3rd, 156 and 4, 28 seconds for Forbidden Trade. Up next is qualifier number 5. We're on the trot once again. Scratch number 4, Pave the Way. Michael Whalen drives the 5, Olivia's Gold Nugget. As they get set to line up, the 1 is Sweet Carrie T, a 3-year-old filly, trained and driven by Mark Etzel. 2, Miss Miriamont, trained by Julie Walker, is this 3-year-old filly, the driver Burt Renault. 3, All-Star Majesty, a 3-year-old colt, trained by Kyle Bostons with Tyler Jones. 4 is Scratched. 5 is Olivia's Gold Nugget. Tony Beaton trains this 3-year-old filly. The driver's Michael Whalen. 6 is Craft Made, a 3-year-old colt trained by Luke Blay with Louis Waugh. And 7 is Archimedes. It's a 3-year-old colt trained by Kelly Shepard. The driver, Lyle MacArthur. Field of 6 for qualifier 5. The Trotters swing into the stretch. And they're off and trotting, and we're going to give the first call to All-Star Majesty as that one splits from the center. Outside of that one, Olivia's Gold Nugget came forward as well, so they hustle. Getting away third is Miss Miriamont. Back from the rail, Sweet Carrie T is fourth. Outside fifth is Archimedes, and the trailer, Craft Made, a little steppy at the beginning. That one is last as they go to the first turn. And coming away with the lead is All-Star Majesty as Olivia's Gold Nugget yields to the pocket spot. 3 lengths and going back to Miss Miriamont in third. Fourth is Sweet Carrie T. Opening panel was 29 seconds flat. So the Trotters get set to move into the backstretch, and they do follow All-Star Majesty. This 3-year-old colt leads by a length and a half from Olivia's Gold Nugget in second. Then third is Miss Miriamont. Fourth up the backstretch is Sweet Carrie T. Break of 4 lengths back to Archimedes, who is in fifth, and Craft Made is the trailer. So as they head towards the midway point, it's All-Star Majesty full control here in the second quarter as everybody just lines up behind as they're going to come by the half here. It's All-Star Majesty there in a minute and a fifth. So they went the second quarter in 31 and 1 onto the far turn. All-Star Majesty, 2-hole toe for Olivia's Gold Nugget. Third remains Miss Miriamont. Fourth is Sweet Carrie T. Archimedes is in fifth, and Craft Made is well behind is your trailer. 5/8 of the mile contested, and here this group of 5 for the time being up front was single file, but there's our first one to the outside, Sweet Carrie T from in fourth. So it's going to be All-Star Majesty to get into the third marker as Olivia's Gold Nugget has stalked throughout. Up on the outside, Sweet Carrie T's into third. Fourth is Miss Miriamont and Archimedes fifth. Craft Made your trailer, 131 and 2. Off the turn and into the stretch. That was back-to-back 31 and 1 splits. All-Star Majesty will try and get it done now as this one looks to kick home. Off stride went Sweet Carrie T. There in front of Miss Miriamont, who will get around between horses, though, as Olivia's Gold Nugget out of the 2-hole trying to take the lead. Olivia's Gold Nugget overtakes All-Star Majesty. Miss Miriamont on the outside, and Archimedes coming to the wire. It's Olivia's Gold Nugget wins it. Second went to Miss Miriamont. Third was Archimedes. Then fourth was All-Star Majesty, Sweet Carrie T. And to round things out, Craft Made, 201 and 2. All right, we're getting set now for qualifier number 6 as we resume with today's action. Pacers for the 6. One driver change. Tyler Jones drives number 5, Charming Vixen. 1 is Ace 44 Diva, 3-year-old filly trained by Nick Stewart, who will also drive. 2 is Lily GL, a 5-year-old mare trained by Dominic Ledoux with James McDonald. 3, Warby Yoko, a 3-year-old filly trained by Sean Stacy with Jonathan Drury. 4 is Save the Last Dance, 3-year-old filly trained by Nick Galucci, the driver Louis Waugh. 5 is Charming Vixen, a 3-year-old filly trained by Blake McIntosh, Tyler Jones in the bike. 6, I'd Imagine, 3-year-old colt trained by Derek Anderson, Phil Houdon drives. 7 is Sweet Cheddar, a 3-year-old filly trained by Jeff Gillis with Scott Young. And the 8 is Deadly Delight, a 3-year-old filly trained by Rick Zeron, the driver, Sylvain Filion. It's a field of 8 lining up for qualifier number 6. Gate picking up speed. Here they come for the 6th. And they're off and pacing. Lily GL and Warwi Yoko towards the inside got away well. Outside speed being flashed here by Deadly Delight. And under a tight hold, Save the Last Dance will push up into that upper mix. Outside is Sweet Cheddar. Then mid-pack outside Charming Vixen. Back to the rail, Ace 44 Diva. And your trailer there is I'd Imagine. Off stride went Deadly Delight. And now off stride for a moment there was Save the Last Dance. And that's got them spread out a little bit here, as now everybody looks to reset. Save the Last Dance there on the outside as they're by the opening quarter in 31-2. So as they come out of the first turn here, it's a little bit of a scramble up front. Save the Last Dance is just taken out towards the center of the track here by Waugh. So it's Warwi Yoko with a short advantage. A Sweet Cheddar has a clear path now up on the outside. Inside third is Lily GL. Then on the outside fourth is I'd Imagine. Racing at the rail fifth is Charming Vixen. Currently sixth there out in the center of the track is Save the Last Dance. Down to the cone seventh is Ace 44 Diva. And the trailer is Deadly Delight. So still on the outside there, that is Sweet Cheddar. Leads it by a half length at a half of 101 flat. So onto the far turn they go. Sweet Cheddar with a short advantage as Warwi Yoko comes back on along the rail. They're side by side. Inside third there, that is Lily GL. To that one, saddle pad fourth is I'd Imagine. At the inside fifth is Charming Vixen. 2 lengths back to Ace 44 Diva. Save the Last Dance is now in seventh, and Deadly Delight is well back the trailer after making a break in the first turn. So Warwi Yoko has now come away with the advantage at 3/4 in 129-3. So they did pick it up there, as that was the quickest split to this point, 28-3. And into the stretch, Warwi Yoko leads it by a few lengths. Lily GL is now into second. Outside Sweet Cheddar is third. Charming Vixen in behind a rival might look for a lane. Then up on the outside, Save the Last Dance now is trying to finish up strong after some anxious moments. But as we come into deep stretch, it's going to be Warwi Yoko to take qualifier number 6. Lily GL in second. Charming Vixen, Save the Last Dance on the outside fourth. Time of the mile, 1:58-3. Up next is qualifier 7. We have trotters here, 2-year-old trotters. In fact, there's a group of 7 to go forward. Jonathan Drury drives the 3, Armored Dove. The 4, Southwind Franz, is going to add trotting hobbles. And the 6, Royal Candace, will be driven by Tyler Jones. 1 is Elegant Resolve, a 2-year-old gelded son of Resolve, trained and driven by Matt Bax. The 2 is Bare Necessities, a 2-year-old gelded son of Archangel, Ben by Argent, trained, Sylvain Filion drives. 3, Armored Dove is a Chapter 7 2-year-old filly trained by Sean Stacy, the driver Jonathan Drury. 4, Southwind Franz is a Father Patrick 2-year-old filly trained by Dominic Ledoux with James McDonald. 5 is Skillet, a 2-year-old gelded son of Bar Hopping, Camila Christopher trains, Chris Christopher drives. 6 is Royal Candace, a Royalty for Life 2-year-old filly trained by Kyle Bossens with Trevor Henry. And number 7 is No One, a 2-year-old filly by Looks Like a Chippendale, trained and driven by Bruce Richardson. And do note the 6, Royal Candace, the driver is Tyler Jones. Here they come, a field of 7 for qualifier 7. They're off and trotting. From the rail, Elegant Resolve, she motors ahead. Here's speed from it, No One, and that one, with a nice beginning here in the opening 8th, just charges out to the lead. A breaker in the early going goes to 3, Armored Dove, so getting around those rivals, Bare Necessities and Southwind France. Then you'll find Skillet going back to Royal Candace, and that breaker, Armored Dove, is still off stride as they go into the first turn. Coming to the opening quarter, it's No One to take them past the opening panel in 29 seconds flat. So a good opening quarter there, as this daughter of Looks Like a Chippendale is clear by 2 lengths. Second is Elegant Resolve, a break of 4 or so, going back then to Bare Necessities in third. About that same margin, heading on back to Southwind Franz, who is 4th. 5th up the backstretch is Skillet. 6th is Royal Candace, and the trailer last is Armored Dove. 2-horse breakaway up front here. No One, Elegant Resolve. The outside starter, the rail starter. They're 1 by 2 as they go by the opening half mile there in 58 and 4. A second quarter trotted in 29 and 4. No One onto the far turn. It's No One leading the way. Second is Elegant Resolve, who looks to just tag right along there. 8 lengths or so, going back to Bare Necessities in third. Then in 4th, that is Southwind Franz. 5th is Skillet. 6th is Royal Candace. And off stride again went Armored Dove. Up front, it is No One, an OSS Gold winner this season. No One is by 3/4 here, leading by 1.5 lengths, 129 flat. Off the turn, into the stretch. No One tries to go all the way. Elegant Resolve may have something to say, but all of a sudden is 2 lengths away. Then we go to Bare Necessities in third. Southwind France is 4th. Battling is Skillet and Royal Candace. Armored Dove is your trailer. Less than an 8th to go, and No One here is going to try and finish this job. She is looking good on the lead. No One, with that advantage at a couple of lengths, will go coast to coast. Finishing second was Elegant Resolve. Third goes to Bare Necessities, and 4th was Southwind France. 158 and 3 for No One. Qualifier 8 is up next. 2 and 3-year-old trotters here. One driver change. Sylvan Filion goes with the 9, Scintillating Tom. 1 is Massive Tattoo, a 2-year-old filly, daughter of Muscle Mass, trained and driven by Roger Mayotte. 2 is Donna Hanover, a 2-year-old filly by Bar Hopping, trained by Mike Keeling with Scott Young. 3 is Murray Kane, a 2-year-old gelded son of Cadabra, trained by Ron McDonald, the driver Brett McDonald. 4 is Sheriff Longmire, 3-year-old colt, trained by Dean Nixon with Jody Jameson. The 5 is Heaven's Count, 2-year-old colt by The Bank, trained by Scott McEnany with James McDonald driving. 6 is Spiros, a 2-year-old gelded son of Alarm Detector, trained by Camila Christoforou, the driver Chris Christoforou. 7, Mass Money, a muscle mass 2-year-old filly, trained and driven by Mark Etzel. 8 is Alms Hanover, Cantab Hall 2-year-old colt, trained and driven by Graham Kirby. And the 9 is Scintillating Tom, a 2-year-old gelded son of Alarm Detector. Shane Weber trains the driver Sylvan Filion. Field of 9. Trotters are sent on their way here in qualifier number 8, and Spiros is going to try and muscle forward there for Christoforou. At the rail, Massive Tattoo got off to a nice beginning. An early breaker goes Murray Kane. That one's off stride. Between rivals coming on there, Sheriff Longmire. Then up on the outside is Scintillating Tom. Between horses, Heaven's Count. Then towards the inside, that's Donna Hanover going back to Mass Money, who will be followed by Alms Hanover, and your trailer is Murray Kane. So getting to the lead is Sheriff Longmire ahead of Massive Tattoo by 2 lengths. The opening quarter was 30-2. The trotters will come out of the first turn, and off stride went Massive Tattoo. That one taken into the safety lane, making a break just coming out of that first bend. So on the lead is Sheriff Longmire here. Closing the gap in second is Spiros. Now clear. Coming to the pylons third is Heaven's Count. Inside fourth, Donna Hanover. At that one's outside there is Scintillating Tom. A few lengths going back to Mass Money. Alms Hanover is racing in seventh. And then back to our breakers as trailing there is Murray Kane and Massive Tattoo. The half was hit in 101 and 2. And as they get to the far turn, it's the lone 3-year-old in the group, Sheriff Longmire, who does lead it. Now has some company. A Scintillating Tom has been working on the outside, is just away from that leader by a neck. Inside third is Spiros, and that one starts to angle out. Off stride went Heaven's Count. That one made a miscue. Back to Donna Hanover, followed then by Mass Money and Alms Hanover, and then our breakers round things out. 3/4 time, 131 and 1. As they swing for home, Sheriff Longmire has been in a battle here now, dealing with Scintillating Tom. Spiros was in behind them and will look to pounce. Off stride went Sheriff Longmire. That one has now made a break. So we're left here with Scintillating Tom and Spiros. Spiros on the outside now takes the lead, and Spiros will try and finish up with some good-looking strides here late. Spiros will take qualifier 8. Second is going to be Scintillating Tom. Battle is on for third. That went to Mass Money over Donna Hanover. 2 minutes and 3/5. Up next is qualifier number 9, 2 and 3-year-old trotters here. James McDonald drives a 3, Princess Ariel. 4, Ebullient will be driven by Jonathan Drury, and the 6, Dictatorial, will be driven by Sylvain Filion. One is Money All Day, a 2-year-old filly, International Money filly trained by Dustin Jones. Tyler Jones drives. 2 is Resolute Lady, 2-year-old filly by Resolve. Matt Bax trains and drives. 3 is Princess Ariel, 2-year-old filly by Wallner. Dan Legacy trains. James McDonald on the bike. 4, Ebullient is a 6-pack 2-year-old colt trained by Kyle Fellows with Jonathan Drury to drive. 5 is Private Access, 2-year-old colt by Muscle Hill trained by Luke Blay with Louis Waugh. 6 is Dictatorial, 2-year-old Geld's on Alarm Detector. Shane Weber trains. The driver will now be Sylvain Filion. 7, All-Star Goldie, a 3-year-old filly by Muscle Up the Goal. Steve Watson trains. Scott Young drives. And 8 is Mickey Muscles, 3-year-old gelding. Dagfin Henriksen, the trainer-driver. And they're off and trotting here in this 9th qualifier. A breaker before the start was 2, Resolute Lady. Out to the lead goes Princess Ariel from the rail, Money All Day. Then between horses, that is Private Access. To the outside then is Mickey Muscles, followed by Ebullient. Going back to All-Star Goalie, Dictatorial is the trailer there, making a break going towards the first turn, and we'll be joined by that breaker before the start, Resolute Lady. Those two, your final pair. The opening quarter was 30-1, and as they move into the backstretch, the leader is Princess Ariel. That one is clear by 2 lengths on Money All Day. Then back in third is Ebullient, who is going to be tracked in 4th up the backstretch by Mickey Muscles, going back to Ebullient there in 5th. 6th is All-Star Goldie, and then 7th and 8th, rounding things out, Dictatorial and Resolute Lady. As they near the midway point, Princess Ariel leads it by 1.5 lengths from Money All Day, as they're by the midway point in 59-4. Racing in 3rd, that is Private Access, and then we go well back to the others, is now into 4th is Ebullient. Going around a rival as well there was All-Star Goldie. Really backing up, having some troubles is Mickey Muscles. That one's pretty much just coming to a stop. So also gaining a spot too was Dictatorial and Resolute Lady. But the 3 up front have not changed since the word go. And it's going to be Princess Ariel from Money All Day and Private Access, 3/4 time, 1:30-1. So they come off the turn and into the stretch. And off stride coming out of that turn went Money All Day. Money All Day made a miscue. So clear on the lead here is Princess Ariel. That one is up top here by about 3 lengths. Racing in 2nd is Private Access. Now up into 3rd is Ebullient. And then inside 4th is All-Star Goldie. Between horses is Dictatorial and Resolute Lady on the outside. But late coming by here is Private Access, who's going to just surge by late and picks off Princess Ariel to take our 9th qualifier. Time of the mile was 1:59-1. Time for our 10th and final qualifier here today. Field of 9 to come forward. We're on the pace here. Austin Sorey will drive number 5. He's sporty. Brett McDonald drives the 9. Cheddar Do Hurrah. Scratch number 4. So scratch down to a field of 8. Number 1, Uriel Blue Chip, is a 3-year-old gelding, trained by Chantel Mitchell with Jody Jameson. 2, Fear the Captain, a 3-year-old colt, trained by James Wilson with Phil Houdon. 3 is Dragonfly Creek, a 4-year-old gelding, trained and driven by Jonathan Lapointe. 4 is Twin Be So Fine, 3-year-old colt, trained by Walter Whalen. The driver is Michael Whalen. Number 5 is He's Sporty. Austin Sorey will now do the driving on that one. A 4-year-old gelding trained by James Ellis. 6 is Hank the Hunk, 3-year-old gelding. Jay Coughlin trains, driver Sylvan Filion. 7, Trey Tata, 3-year-old filly, trained and driven by Bo Brown. 8 is Ace 44 Jack, a 3-year-old colt, trained and driven by Nick Stewart. And 9, Cheddar Do Hurrah, a 3-year-old colt, trained by Michael Kwitnowski, the driver, Brett McDonald. So they're off-hand pacing here in the finale, and going out to the early lead goes He's Sporty. Trey Tata is also pushing ahead there, and from the outside, Ace 44 Jack. Getting away fourth is Fear the Captain. Then behind that one is Dragonfly Creek. At the rail is Uriel Blue Chip, and then we will go back to Hank the Hunk, who is tracked by Cheddar Do Hurrah. Trey Tata at the inside. On the outside is Ace 44 Jack, as they're by the opening quarter in 29-2. Off stride went Ace 44 Jack. That one makes a break right at the quarter, and Trey Tata is left alone on the lead. Up top here by 3. Second is He's Sporty. Then third is Fear the Captain, going back to Uriel Blue Chip in 4th. 5th up the backside, Dragonfly Creek, followed by Hank the Hunk 6th. 7th then is Cheddar Do Hurrah. Taken to the back was Ace 44 Jack after resetting. So coming up to the half, Trey Tata is going to get there and goes by that point in 58-1. Onto the far turn, Trey Tata and Bo Brown lead it by a length and a half from He's Sporty, who is tightening up there in 2nd. 3rd is Fear the Captain. Then it's a break of 7 or so back to Uriel Blue Chip in 4th. Inside 5th is Dragonfly Creek. As underway is Hank the Hunk. Up on the outside is Cheddar Do Hurrah. And down at the cones, Ace 44 Jack is your trailer. Trey Tata gets away again on He's Sporty. Opens up by 3 as they go by 3/4. Watching from in 3rd has been Fear the Captain. Battling back there at 4th is Uriel Blue Chip along with Hank the Hunk. 3/4 time was 1:26-2. Off the turn and into the stretch. Kicking it up 28-1 the 3rd quarter was Trey Tata. She drifts out quite a bit here to the center of the track, but she still has the lead. 2nd is He's Sporty. Into 3rd, Fear the Captain. Up on the outside, Hank the Hunk. And down at the cones, Uriel Blue Chip is 5th. It's Trey Tata continuing to go out even wider. Still has the lead. Those are coming to the wire. It's going to be close with He's Sporty, but Trey Tata got there. He's Sporty was 2nd. 3rd went to Hank the Hunk. And 4th was Uriel Blue Chip. 1:55-1. That'll conclude today's qualifiers here from Woodbine Mohawk Park. A reminder, live racing continues here tonight. A 12 race card. Post time is 7:10 p.m.